Doggo. Shh. Be quiet. Ugh. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Getting It Done. Today, we're going to be unboxing a 3-axis phone stabilizing gimbal that I bought for only 50 bucks. Oh, and before the video gets started, you've probably heard this 1,000 times, but look at this graph. See this graph right there? This means that you are probably not subscribed, and you should really do that. Anyway, back to the video. So here I have the ZHIYAN, I think it's how you pronounce it, ZHIYAN 3-axis phone stabilizer. It's called the Smooth Q, and from what I can tell, it's pretty similar to all the other phone stabilizers out there. I got this one for about 50 bucks on the second-hand market, but I think you can get it new on Amazon for around 60. But let's go ahead and break into this box. Let's just open this up. So you just get a white container inside of the little slide-off cartridge. Usually this would come wrapped, but I've opened it to make sure it's not a scam. Okay, so anyway, immediately, right after opening the box, you have an instruction manual, pretty thick instruction manual, a mini guitar, neck strap, and a little protective, shock-absorbing boxing thing, and that's it. Anyway, I don't need the neck strap for now, so I'm just gonna throw that over there. So now all that we have is the instruction guide and the mini guitar. By the way, this is not a mini guitar, it's the gimbal. So, pretty high quality feeling actually. It's got nice cushioning, got little hooks on them. For being secondhand in the market, this is honestly really good quality. Let's open this up. And this is what it looks like. My dog's barking. Anyway. Well, here's what the packaging looks like. You can see that the gimbal sits right about here. But throw this over there, because this is the thing we care about. I am in no means a professional camera gear recorder. I just really wanted to review this. But right out of the box, I can see that it spins freely on, I think this is the X-axis, and then twists on the Y, and then spins like this on the X. So you have your 3 modes of rotation, I guess. It has, on the controls right here, if you can see it, little joystick, power button, mode button, and there's WT. I'm not sure what that does. You can actually charge your phone with this while you're using it, using this little port at the very back. You flip open this little rubber cap, phone charging port, and there's a little screw to put on a tripod. And the way you charge it is a specific, at least the instruction manual says, a very specific USB cord that does come in the box. Mine's is somewhere else because I've already charged this, but it's very specific apparently. Even though you could really use any of them, it says not to, but that's where you charge it from. But you were not supposed to turn it on without a phone, but I'm going to turn it on without a phone just to see, or just actually to show you what it would look like. So you would hold this red button right here after you're done charging it. Just hold it. You'll see some flashing lights, and it will immediately go into its stabilized position. Now you see, if you hear that noise it's making, wait, it'll complain because there's no phone in there. It's balanced to have a phone in it, so if there's no phone in it, it gets uncomfortable. But you can see that for the most part, yep, that noise, that's the motors whining, so I probably should turn this off and put my phone in it. Okay, so I put my phone in it, so I'm going to turn it on. My phone's just hanging there. And it immediately stabilizes, and look at that. This isn't to counteract up and down movement. That's not what this is for. This is to counteract side to side movement, back and forth, stuff like that. And this mode will follow you wherever you go. You can push this little black button, if you remember, little black button once, and now no matter where I go, I'm like spinning the handle. No matter where I go, it's always going to face the camera, which is pretty cool, especially if you're trying to get like one section of a shot and you don't want it to move. Pretty handy function. You can see how quickly I'm moving this. It's just compensating. It's always pointing right there at you guys. And in this mode, you can actually use the joystick right here to turn the phone any specific direction that you want, up and down, although the up and down are backwards because technically, if you're using this as, video, which you would, the down on the joystick looks down in video, like the video will pan down, even though it looks backwards, so like I'm pushing down, but the whole thing is moving up. It depends on your perspective, really, but a pretty handy feature if you want to get a specific spot, because now if I point this down, it's not going to move from facing down. If I hit the mode button, it's going to follow me, but still face down. You have to put it back facing wherever you want. And the two different modes are follows you or doesn't follow you. I'm gonna turn this off for now so I can crack into the instruction manual and read a little bit about it. Yeah, so you see what I was saying with the included USB cable? There's a specific one apparently. I don't believe that, but it says to only use one. Now, this instruction guide has, wow, 2 full pages of what not to do with the battery. Like, don't throw it away. Don't overheat it. Don't use it after it's overheated. Like, this is common sense. Or at least I really hope this is common sense and people aren't doing these things. But once you get past the warnings, it tells you some facts about the thing, like what the buttons do, like I was showing you, and all of the accessories and what they do. But when you actually get to the this page, actually, you have to download this app right here. Download this app. I really should stop looking at me and look at you guys, but download this app, and this will help you wirelessly connect to the gimbal here and control it via your phone. So that's nice, so that the buttons on the gimbal can control your phone. It's supposed to be really handy. I haven't really configured the app yet, but that's what it's supposed to do. And for anybody who has a bigger phone, you can adjust the center of gravity via this notch. I gotta stop looking at me. I gotta look at you guys. I'm not important. You are. But yeah, you can adjust your center of gravity right here in case you have a bigger phone. My phone is like the kind of phone they would expect you to have, but if I turn it around, let me get my phone out so I can show you. Get over there. So right here, if I need to look at what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Right there, this knob, you can move the whole thing this way, the entire rig this way or this way. So let me undo it real quick. Okay, you see this? It comes out and you can adjust where your phone will sit. Mine sits about here, so I'm gonna turn this back. But yes, you see right here, in which diagram is it? This diagram shows you the 3 axis of rotation. Hello, doggo. Yeah, see, here's where it's talking about the app controlling your phone. So this isn't really instructions, more as how do you use the thing, which kind of is instructions, now that I think about it. And if you're using the app right here, handy function, you can tap on a certain thing to track. So you don't have to, use your buttons and mode. You can just tap on something on your screen and it will track it. I'm gonna try that out. And that's about all the important stuff. So let me grab my phone real quick and let's hop in the app. So if I'm pronouncing the brand name right, sorry about the dogs barking in the background, you have to deal with it. But if I'm pronouncing the name right, it's ZHIYAN Assist. You'll see the QR code. But you go in the app and you get a white screen. No, you get this screen looking thing right here. And what you'll go to is, anyway, so you'll go to this little connect button at the top here. And you turn on your gimbal. All right, it's on now. Turn this on and it will show you a list of things it could connect to. And it's gonna keep trying to find the gimbal until it shows up. You might have to go out and then hit connect again. And it's going to be the Smooth Q 4E52, at least that is what's for me. You connect to it, and then you're gonna get a little dial that starts going up to 100, and once it's at 100, put your phone in so it stops having a seizure. Might have to turn it off to put your phone back in. You can see, I can't even show you the thing. Actually, could. There it is. It's connected to the phone, and I'm gonna try and do this without looking at it, but can you even see these? There's buttons here. One of the buttons is camera. You go to camera. Hello, you should be able to see my camera's cracked, which is sad, but you can see here me, and I'm going to real quick flip the camera if I can. Flip. Okay, now I can see myself. Hello. And I would show you, but my room is a mess, so I'm not gonna do that. But if I know this correctly, I can tap here and I can move around and track me. No, I'm gonna try and figure out how to make it track me. Okay, so I think I figured it out. I'm gonna try and show you here. So let me just flip this back around. How do I show you? Right, so okay, you have this settings menu. You can just see me again. And what you wanna do is click on settings, if I can find it, backwards. Aha, I'm a genius. And in the bottom, the very bottom green tab, I don't even know if you can read that, but the very bottom green one says face tracking. Turn that on, hit the back arrow, whichever corner it is in, and now it's going to face track. So I'm going to turn this back around. So it's pretty lousy face tracking, I'm not going to lie, but there is a little red square around my face at the moment. I can't really show you because it's tracking me. If I slowly move out of the screen, it really tries hard to follow me, and then it loses me. You can calibrate it manually to your face, but that does not do anything. So face tracking is a piece of crap, but the gimbal itself is really cool. I mean, look at this. It's trying so hard to track my face, I kind of feel bad for it. I'm going to turn that off. But yeah, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to collect some footage of whatever using this without and with the gimbal. Okay, there's still dogs, I'm sorry, but I turned face tracking on for the heck of it, and I'm actually using the gimbal at this current moment. Walking just back and forth, moving over here, moving over here. It's trying to track my face. It's not really that good. I'm going to walk back here. I'm just going to do a little bit of running. You know, it's actually pretty stable, I'm not gonna lie. Walk backwards here. If I'm moving up and down, side to side, you can see that this would really help in situations where you're trying to vlog. This is really good for vloggers, actually, because I can just walk and it actually increases the distance from my face to the camera and makes it a lot steadier. This right now is not on the gimbal, and I actually had to switch off of the app used for the gimbal because it does not record audio if you're not connected to the gimbal, which is kind of annoying. But this is obviously without the gimbal. You can see it's a lot more shaky, so if I was a vlogger, I would not want to have this set up alone. I would definitely get some sort of stabilization. You can see, I mean, this is not very practical. If I start running right now, I mean, this is just not the most practical thing to use. Now, if I had to, I would, but I would spend the extra $60 on the actual gimbal. Although, fun fact about the gimbal, you can actually, once you're connected to it via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or whatever it's called, you can actually hit the little power button and it turns on recording or takes a photo or whatever. But this is without the gimbal, and here's what it looks like. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I am currently using the gimbal, and is this much better than using just my hand? I personally think so. I'm actually shaking my hand pretty violently right now. But this is actually a really good option for vloggers if you're trying to keep it under a budget, although your arm might get tired after all because it's not the lightest thing on earth. In fact, my arm is getting tired, so if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe because statistics say that you aren't subscribed. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!